Welcome to Endless Love Stories. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy today's incredible true story that will leave you speechless. Parents used my credit card to buy a car and bike, left $10. I laughed. The card they used was my business account with a $500,000 limit. My name is Alex, and I'm 28 years old living in Denver, Colorado. 2 years ago, I started my own tech consulting company, and things were going better than I ever imagined. I had just gotten engaged to my girlfriend, Sarah, who I met in college, and we were planning our dream wedding. Sarah worked as a nurse at the local hospital, and she was the most caring person I had ever met. She would always tell me how proud she was of my success and how much she loved seeing me follow my dreams. My parents, Tom and Linda, had always been supportive, but lately they seemed different. Ever since my business took off, they started asking me for money more frequently. Small amounts at first, like help with grocery bills or utility payments. I never minded helping them because they raised me well and I wanted to give back. But then the requests became bigger and more frequent. They wanted help with their mortgage payments, then they needed money for home repairs. I started to feel like they only called me when they needed financial help. The worst part was that my younger brother, Mike, seemed to be their golden child now. He was 25 and still lived at home, working part-time at a local restaurant. My parents would constantly praise him for the smallest things while barely acknowledging my business achievements. When I tried to talk to Sarah about it, she would listen patiently and remind me that family relationships can be complicated. She always encouraged me to be understanding and patient with them. Last month, everything changed. I was at work when I got a notification on my phone about a large transaction on my business credit card. At first, I thought it might be a mistake or fraud, so I quickly logged into my banking app. What I saw made my blood boil. There were two massive charges totaling $45,000. One was for a brand new Toyota Camry, and the other was for a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Both purchases were made at dealerships in my hometown where my parents lived. I immediately called my parents, but they didn't answer. I tried calling them 5 times before my dad finally picked up. When I asked him about the charges, he acted casual and said they needed transportation and knew I could afford it. He said they left $10 in my account so I could buy lunch. I was so angry I could barely speak. I told them they had committed credit card fraud and stolen from my business. My dad just laughed and said I was being dramatic and that successful people help their family. That evening, I drove to their house with Sarah. When we arrived, I saw the shiny new car in the driveway and my brother, Mike, polishing the motorcycle in the garage. My parents greeted us like nothing had happened. My mom even offered us dinner like it was a normal family visit. When I confronted them again about the unauthorized charges, my dad became defensive. He said that since I was so wealthy now, I should be grateful to share with family. He claimed they raised me and invested in my education, so I owed them. My brother Mike just stood there smirking while my parents defended their actions. He made some snide comment about how I was being selfish and greedy. That's when I realized he was probably behind this whole scheme. He had always been jealous of my success, and now he was manipulating our parents to get what he wanted. Sarah tried to keep me calm, but I could see she was shocked by my family's behavior. What my parents didn't know was that the credit card they used wasn't just any business card. It was connected to a special business account that I had set up for a major client project. The account had a $500,000 credit limit because we were handling massive contracts for Fortune 500 companies. More importantly, the account had automatic fraud protection that would trigger a federal investigation for any unauthorized use over $10,000. I smiled at my parents and told them they should enjoy their new purchases while they could. They looked confused when I said that. I explained that they had just committed federal credit card fraud and that the FBI would probably be contacting them soon. My dad's face went white and my mom started crying. Mike stopped smirking real fast. Sure enough, within 3 days, federal agents showed up at their house. The fraud protection system had automatically flagged the transactions and launched an investigation. My parents were arrested and charged with identity theft and credit card fraud. The car and motorcycle were seized as evidence. Mike was also arrested as an accomplice since he had helped them plan the whole thing. During the legal proceedings, it came out that they had been planning this for months. Mike had convinced them that I owed the money for raising me and that taking it without asking was justified. He had researched my business and knew about my success. The three of them had gone to the dealerships together and used my personal information to make the purchases. Sarah stood by me through the whole ordeal, even though it was incredibly stressful. She helped me understand that I wasn't responsible for my family's choices and that protecting my business was the right thing to do. Her love and support got me through the darkest period of my life. She showed me what real family loyalty looks like. The court case took 6 months, but eventually my parents and brother were convicted. They received probation and had to pay full restitution plus damages. They also had to attend financial counseling and perform community service. The judge said their actions were particularly shameful because they had betrayed family trust. Today, my relationship with my parents is slowly healing, but it will never be the same. They have apologized and seem to understand how wrong they were. Mike moved out of their house and cut contact with all of us. Sarah and I got married last spring, and we're expecting our first child. My business is thriving, and I've learned to set better boundaries with people who try to take advantage of my success. The lesson I learned is that success can bring out the worst in people, even family members. Sometimes the people closest to you become your biggest enemies when money is involved. But it also taught me that having someone like Sarah who truly loves and supports you is worth more than any amount of money. Real love means standing by each other through good times and bad times. If you enjoyed this crazy but true story from Endless Love Stories, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible real-life stories. Share this video with your friends and let us know in the comments what you think about family loyalty and money. Thanks for watching Endless Love Stories, and we'll see you in the next video.